Welcome back. So in our previous episode, we looked at two concepts, I guess. We looked at creating components. Okay, we looked at creating components in Next.js, where we created the footer and the header. And then we also looked at using of the link built-in component in Next.js. Okay, so this is of course a cool feature in Next.js of using this. It makes our pages to be so very fast. Okay, so in today's in this episode, we are just going to really create the way this header is, and also we are going to create on this home page or the welcome section, and we are going to see how we are going to keep on using the concept of the concept of what of components and all what we have learned so far. So we're just going to create this header the way it looks, not exactly. I'm not going to go and look for the logo of WebTech. I'm just going to simply just get it to look something like this, and then we'll be good to go. So one thing we're just going to go is, if you want to separate, if it is a real project scenario that you are actually building, you don't want all your CSS to come and it is compiling here. Okay, in a real scenario is all these files you put them into different places. Okay, all these things you put them into different areas. You don't want all your things to be in one file. Here in React, we are working with optimizing everything. You don't want, so you need to split your Sass, your CSS, and that's why we're using Sass in the first place. Okay, that's why we're using Sass in the first place. So what you can just go here, we can create one folder inside the app here. Okay, I'm just going to call this one as, and by the way, you can even call this, you can create this folder outside the partial files. You can just simply create them outside. Okay, you can simply create them outside to avoid the confusion. I'm just going to come here. So I have my global.acss inside here. Okay, I'm just going to come outside here, and I'm just going to create here, and I'm just going to create partial files, partial, or actually not a, I'm just going to create a folder. Okay, and I'm just going to call it partials, just like that, partials. If you just want, you can name it as styles or whatever name you want. And I just want to create the first partial file as underscore header.acss. Now here I'm not actually teaching Sass. If you want, I have a video about Sass where we created the partial files and all that kind of stuff. Find that video. I can also leave the link in the description. But find that video and first watch introduction to Sass. First get familiar in using Sass and understand what is a partial file. But that is the only way how we can split our code. Okay, so I'm just going to go inside here the app, and I can remove this part of this Sass file. And by the way, we can even move this one outside. Okay, we can simply move this folder outside into here. Okay, we could just write it inside, and I think that is the best way. We could just simply remove this folder inside from the global ACSS. You bring it outside, and so that they are all together. So let me just change this one. Instead, let me change it to, let me rename this one to be styles. Okay, just like that. I'm just going to copy this folder, global.acss. I'm just going to drag it inside styles, just like that. Of course, it is going to break our app for now, because it is not connected very well. But now we have it under styles, and then we can have our partial files inside it, just like this. Okay, we can all have our styles inside one place outside. Now the only thing is we have to go inside the layout and we give a right path to this CSS. And you can see here we are still having it imported from here. I'm just going to come here and I can say import, put double quotes, and you can put // okay, and come here and choose styles. Okay, styles stroke global.scss. So we are now importing it from styles. Okay guys, we are importing it from styles and global.scss. If we check again on our app, everything is still working the way it's supposed to. Okay, that is great. Now inside the styles here, I'm just going to split our code. This header, I just want it to be inside the header.scss, so that the code for the header component is alone in the header.scss. The code for the footer is inside the footer. The code for the entire app, or that is what we can put into global, just like that. That's how you can divide your app. Okay, so here in the header.scss, I'm just going to copy this header, paste this code inside here, and you realize that the partial files, they start with underscore. Okay, they start with underscore. It's not a mistake, that's how it's supposed to be written. And put it inside here. Now come here back, and I'm just going to say here at import. Okay, you can just say at import. This word is not in, so at import, and then by the way, this at import must be close to the at import, and you can just say // and you put the header just like that. So if you just do this, it will do exactly the same thing. You will see that it is going to compile here. Okay, and then it will put back the styles. Okay, and you can see the styles now for the header. They are located in this partial file header.scss. I'm just going to do the same for the footer, footer.scss, just like that. Come here and copy these styles for the footer, just cut them from here and just simply put them inside here, and then come back here in the global, and then you can just simply not cut that, but simply you can just come here and import, and this time // and it is footer. And you don't need to put footer.scss. When you put footer, it will actually know. So if you do that, you will see that still our footer is going to still work the way it was supposed to. Okay, now like where you can put these variables, we're also going to create another one for variables. Okay, variables, so underscore variables .scss. Okay, and with that I can just come and I put my variable, for instance like this primary. I'm just come and put it inside here. Okay, I'm just going to first, so you can first import. I can just say first at import. Okay, and I'm importing // variables, and at the end you put this semicolon, and let me paste this in the variables. As simple as that. Okay, so you see now we have all our code splitted into small chunks that can be manageable at some point. So what I want is, there is also code that is going to be globally done. Okay, there is some fonts that is going to be globally done, I would want to put it, and by the way, I'm just going to copy this. I normally put this link inside the variables because variables will always be on top. So on top of variables, I normally put this link that is importing the fonts, and even the font you can also put it inside as, you can just make this font as a variable. So I'm just going to copy this, come to variables down here. I'm just going to say default font, I'm creating it as a variable and I paste it here. So I can use this one, Ctrl C. I can use it as, instead of using it here, I can just put here, so that in the future you can simply change your fonts. You can simply change your fonts and the whole app can change very fast. Now, want to create one place where we are going to put these global styles. Okay. Now, but we already here something called already global. Okay. We already have here global. So I'm just going to change this one because it is going to confuse how we normally work. I don't know what is the problem. Default font. Do we have the variables imported? Okay, variables always make sure they are imported on top. Okay, variables make sure they are always imported first on top because the ones which supply the whole entire app. Now it will fix that. Now I was saying these styles here we already have globals.css. Now this one is the one which is going to contain this global, the one we are connecting here in layout, is the one which is containing all our stuff. So I want to change this one to call it main.css, like to be the whole main CSS here. And when you change it here, you have to come and also change it here. Okay, just come here and also change this one to main.css. So I've changed this one from global.css to main. Okay, and when you change it here, make sure you also change it inside the layout because that is the one which is importing this CSS. So I've called it main so that I can create a parcel file called global. So globals are those files that are going to be shared across the entire app. So I'm just going to say globals.scss. Okay, so this code that is inside here, like for instance this piece of code, I'm just going to put inside the global. Okay, and I can bring this globals on top also. So just come to the main. After importing these variables, we can import our globals. Okay, these ones, they work across the whole entire app, and even this body and section, they are supposed to be there. So just simply cut all these. Okay, just paste them inside the global. Okay, so we have done what we call refactoring, and this is the best workflow. I find you might find it anywhere, but this is the best workflow when you're working on a project. Okay, you have all your code splitted into different files. Okay, and then you have one file that is actually importing all these other files here. Okay, if you check back, everything is still working the way it's supposed to do, but now we have a better architecture of our application. We have created a folder for styles. We have removed it from inside here. We put outside so that we can manage it very well. So that inside here, we only remain things concerned creating the app and things. Okay, so moving on. This thing which has here page modules, you can delete this file here of page modules. Just delete this file. We do not need this one. Okay, and now we have all our folders very well. So let's work on this header component so that we can finish it. So this is our header component. So looking at this, there is this dark color we are having here. We have this dark color, and I don't know if I can just use a color picker here. I don't know if it can pick from an image like this one. So there is this dark color here. I'm not seeing it working very well. I don't know if it works only on a website. Yeah, it does only work I guess on the website. Okay, so but this dark color, I'm just going to choose a dark color from Tailwind. So I have this, I normally use these colors from Tailwind. We are going, of course, to look at Tailwind in the future. For now, I'm just going to go here and I get a color for a dark color. I'm just going to use, and I want a blue. Was that color a dark blue or a gray? Those who understand the colors, this is as if it is a dark blue color. Okay, it looks like a dark blue color. Let me just bring this one across. Okay, if you look at blue, it doesn't look like it is blue. Okay, I'm just going to choose to go with gray 900. Okay, I'm just going to choose to go with one of these ones, a just really dark color. Okay, I'm just going to pick one of these colors. Let me just choose this slate 900. It doesn't matter. So just come here and I'm just going to go to my variables, and I'm just going to create here color. I'm just going to say color dark, like so, and all my colors are just going, the dark colors are going to take that one. Just come back to our header. Okay, so in the header we have the logo. Going back to this, we can first close all these files here on top, close them so that we have few working files. So just close all these. Okay, close all these. So the only one want to go to the navbar, and if you check, you will see that this one is the logo, and I can go ahead and I give it a class, and here instead of giving a class, we call them class names. So you see, we use class names. You see, I've called it logo. So I'm just going to go inside, not global, but inside the header here, and I want to access the logo. Okay, I'm just going to say color, and I'm just going to say color dark. I'm just going to give it a font weight of maybe 700, and then I'm just going to give it a font size of let's say a font size of 2 rem. And then meanwhile, I'm just going to go in the global and remove text decoration from all links. Text decoration none. Okay, just like that. So if I do that, you see we have this web tech, just like that. Only that here it looks more smaller. I think here we have exaggerated the 2 rem. So go back to the header and you just put it to be 1.6. Let's look at that. Okay, this one is okay. You can just go ahead and add this thing that is there. and we can just leave it. If we wanted the arrow, we can just leave it and not complicate anything. Now do the same to these ones. They have the same color. So inside the header, I'm just going to simply copy this color here, and it is the color that is used on these anchor tags inside here. Okay, so if I check now, they just take the dark color. Okay, and there are no fancy styles here. Maybe we can just change the font weight. So they just make font weight, maybe this one 500. Okay, just somehow bold. Yeah, just like that. Okay, and so right now we have a working header, and this one can serve the purpose for sure. Okay, this one can serve the purpose. Let's look at how we are going to create this next component. Okay, so the next component has an image. Okay, the next component has an image, and it has this nice background. Okay, it has a nice background. Now of course you could just go and we can design this in anything, whether you use Canva, whether you use what. You can just design this and then you download it, and then we can use this photo here. So I can first go to free pick, or you could go to an splash. You can go to free pick and get a nice image of a developer. So I'm just going to say developer, and want to see what they are, what they can give us as the images for developers. Okay, so there is that guy, and there is that guy, and more guys here. Okay, we need just to get one photo that we can use. Okay, I can see here there are many guys. Okay, meanwhile we can also check on an splash. You can also go to an splash, and then you check for the image, and just go and type in also developer, just like that. And let's see the images we are getting here. Okay, yeah, we are getting nice ones actually. We have the developer things here. Yeah, I think this is the guy. Okay, I think this is the guy. Just download this one. Okay, just here, and then I have this image. Now it depends what you want to do. Okay, it depends on what you want to do with this image. But if you look at this image, if you look at this image, is on the right hand side of this stuff. So this section we can give it a background image. Okay, this section we can give it a background image, and it would work very well. But another option, you could just make this left side to have the image, and then this right side to have the right side to have the image, and this left side to have only this content. But for simplicity, we can just simply go to Canva. So if you don't have a Canva account, you can simply just get one. I'm just going to come here and I say canva.com. You can just simply log in. You have to create an account, use Canva, and we are just going to Canva there to simply just design our background image. That is an extra work that I would have done for you, but I just want to show you actually how you are going to be doing this thing in real life. Okay, me giving you the already made image, it does not make sense to you, I guess. Okay, I'm just going to come here, create a design. Okay, and you could just come here and you say something like a website or something, but just click on this custom size, and let's give something like 13. Width is we can give here 1366, and this one we can give 600 pixels. Okay, this is just normally the best size, but you can simply make it as big as you want. So just create a new design, and here you don't need a paid account. A free account will still work. The only thing is just we need just to get some stuff to get done. Okay, and I think I will also put that image for you there. So I just drag this image we got here, this one. I want to put it here on the right, fit in here on the right side, just like that. Okay, and I'm just going to continue zooming it in. Okay, there it is, looks really fine. Okay, and then from this side, now I'm not sure if gradients are free. Okay, sometimes they can be paid, I don't know, but just grab a gradient from this side, and we want it to come up to all the way this side, like so. Okay, so change this gradient color to be dark, so we can actually paste in our color. If you remember, we had in styles variables here, we have this color here. Okay, so to remain consistent, we can put that dark color here. So come here, add the color, paste this color here. You see? And now we could make it more dark. It doesn't look like this one is dark or something. Okay, let me just move this. Move here, and then just move here. Okay, this seems that we could work with this. Okay, there are those ones which are very sharp, and let me see, the transparency is on 100. Okay, and this one looks like is okay. Let me see. Yeah, looks like it is okay. It is a gradient, only that it is not very dark. Okay, you could get a more serious one. Let me see. This one is not editable. There is also this one, which has two colors actually. Let's first try this one. Okay, the problem, it overshadows our thing. We need one which comes from transparent to white. Is this color white? Oh, okay. Oh, it is transparent. Okay, let me first bring not this one, let me just bring this one. Let's see if it makes sense. If I get this one to be this dark blue, and then this one to be white. Okay, this one is not transparent. Okay, if we had a transparent one, this one would have worked perfectly. Let's stay with this one. Okay, for now, let's stay with this one for now. Let me see if I just, oh, actually this one can increase the intensity. That is great. Okay, okay, this one is just going to serve the purpose. Okay, this one is going to serve the purpose for sure. So after you have made like this, you can simply download. We don't want to waste a lot of time. Okay, just simply download this. Download, and it is for free. All the things we used were for free, so you don't need to worry. It's just going to download in a second, and it is here. Okay, we have our image downloaded right now. I'm just waiting for it to load here. a second. I don't know, it is taking long. Okay, so the image is here and it is looking super fine. I'm happy with this. Okay, so simply just come here where it downloaded in the downloads. So let me get it in the downloads. I'm just going to get this untitled one. I think it is the one. So come here to the Next.js and paste it in the public. So all images, we put them inside the public folder, just like that. And I'm just going to name it hero. Okay, I'm just going to name it hero. Now you would want first optimize this image, more especially if you're going to use it in a real production application. You need to optimize this image. One is to make it a WebP, but for now I'm just going to leave it like that so that we continue with the tutorial. Okay, so I have my image, I have it here. I'll put in the hero of the public folder, and I have the image here. So I want to use this image. I want to use this image as a background. So I'm just going to come here and we first create a hero section. So let's go here in the home page, under page, and instead let's create a hero section here. Okay, so just going to say we have section, and this one we can give it a class name, and we can say hero section. Okay, and then just come back inside here. Inside the hero section we have this content. Where is it? We have this content on the left side. It has three things. It has one, the title, the heading, the description, and the buttons. So we have three things. We have this, and these buttons. So I can just come inside the hero section here, and I say, first of all, I say we have content. Okay, we have content, and inside the content we have h2. Okay, and this h2, what does it say? Developing your ideas into reality. Developing your ideas into. Now the reality has a different color. We are going to put this in a span. Okay, we'll put it in a span just like that, into reality, because we want to style this one differently. Okay, and that one is correct. And then next is the description, and it says we provide, and in the description we provide custom software solutions for any industry, creating high value software and technology for your business. So here we have a p tag. Let's say catchy text. I'm just going to call it catchy text, and they say here developing software solutions for your industry. We develop top-notch custom software solutions. So you can copy the exact one. Me, I'm just putting this one for purposes of just having some content moving on. Okay, so we have that one, and lastly we have the buttons. So I'm just going to say buttons here, and the buttons we have, one is get in touch and see the work. So all these ones are links, and since they are internal links, we are going to use the link component from Next.js. So you can just say link, and then it will propose for you to import the next link. Simply click on it like that, close it, and let's put href. Okay, and here the first one says get in touch, and that one we link it to contact. So we say contact, okay, and then we say get in touch, okay, get in touch, and then I'm just going to create the second one, the same thing, and which goes to the work. This one say our work, see the work, see the work. So we have this one, see the work, and this one goes to work, okay, and that one makes the end of this structure. So let me create here, and we have this all things working very nicely. Okay, so now let's go and target this section, hero section here. Control C, and you see we are going to put it in its own section. So create a new partial file, okay, and say this one as hero.scss. Okay, I'm just going to say .hero section, and then let me connect it in the main. Just come down here, okay, come down here, and after the header, let me put the hero, just like that. And now I'm just going to go in the hero CSS and start writing my code here. So what you want to change here is the background, okay, and it's going to be URL, and now want to put the image, okay. So if you see in our folder, it is just simply here in the public folder, okay. In the public folder, it is not in any place or any folder. So you just simply put the name here. We could just say simply put slash hero.png, okay, and then let's just give this one background size, size cover, okay, background size is cover, and before that we can also give it a min height. So you can just say min height, since the sections are all having a min height of, it doesn't matter right now, it will work, okay. Background size, that let's first check that if it has worked. Wow, look at that, guys, look at that. Great work, guys. So it is working. So they just simply put this, and it will know directly that the image is located in the public folder. Okay, moving on, I want to finish that section. Inside we have the content, okay. So the content, I want first give it a max width. I don't want it to have all right away reaching there. I want to give it 50% of the width. I want it occupy the 50%, stop here on the 50%, okay. I think we could even stop it at, I think, 40%. You don't want it to reach this side, okay, just like that. That is great. Maybe I make it 45. So in the content we have, if we go back here in the hero section, we have this h2, okay. We can just target this h2. I'm just going to come here in hero. Inside here we have h2. First of all, we can give it a color. Now let's create a white color, okay. Before that, let's create a white color. If you go here, there is this white, okay. So on these colors, I can get this like this here, like this rate 100, and I'm just going to make it my color white. So variables, color white, $color white, paste it there, and we can just even make it only white, $white, okay. I'm just going to copy this, and under here section h2 I'm just going to say color and give it this one. But for the span, want to give it something else. There is a span, and for the span want to give it blue. Let me first look at the blue. This blue here, reality it is a nice blue. Scroll down to blue. So maybe a blue of 600. I'm just going to copy that, and let me just say color blue. In the variables, simply create here dollar color blue. Just paste that one there, and let's use this one for the span. In the hero, inside there is a span. We can just check, and for it to just give it a color of color blue. Let's see if it is working. It should change this one. Yes. Okay, now let's change the font size. So font size, let's move with 3 rem, and we first see how that one will affect it. Okay, and I think this one is okay, but now this section has no padding. Okay, this section has no padding, and I feel like we pushed this maybe so much this side. Okay, I feel like it is taking more space. Let me first see this. Yeah, this one is also taking. I think what we just need to do is, let me make a small adjustment here on this image. I'm just going to move first of all, just going to move it here, and if I will just even crop some part off. Okay, and then even this this thing here, I'm just going to move it somehow so deep like that. Okay, so now yeah, this one looks much better. Let me just re-download this. Just download just like that, and that is the good thing. If you have just made the image by yourself, you can make all those adjustments. Okay, I'm just going to go back to downloads. I get this one. Okay, and go back here, and I'm just going to remove this, paste this one, and still call it hero. Okay, now it shouldn't change much. It is going to reload, I guess, and it puts a new one. Sometimes it takes some time to. So what you can just do, stop the server. When you change the image like that, you can first change the server and restart it again, so that you see the changes you have made. Okay, so now we have to give this some padding. Okay, we have to give this content some padding. I'm just going to come here, padding. Okay, now top and bottom, let's first look at this. You see there is some padding from top and even bottom, so you can just do on top and bottom, let's just do 3 rem, and on the sides let's do 2 rem, and we see how that one looks like. I'm just going to do like that, refresh the app. So it is compiling right now. If you check it here, it is, you can see it is compiling. Okay, when it finishes the compiling, we'll see our pages getting designed here. Let's just wait for a second. Okay, yeah, much better. You can see now it is looking really much better. Okay, so now that is this. Okay, I feel like it is okay. Maybe the padding, top and bottom, let's make it 4, and let's here make it 3, and see now the change. Okay, yeah, that's much better. Much better. And now let's work on this paragraph. So inside the content we have the paragraph. Okay, so this paragraph we can also give it color, and it is white. Okay, color white. And I don't know if we need to give it the font. Okay, I don't know if we need to increase its font, but it looks like to be okay. I'm just going to simply duplicate some more stuff. Okay, I'm just going to duplicate some more stuff, like add these, just add them here for the sake of having more text, and I see how it behaves. Yeah, and so let's just give it, we don't need all this, let's give it some padding. So just simply come here, so just give it padding, top and bottom, just simply give it 1 rem, and on the sides we don't need any padding. Yeah, that looks much better. Now let's work on the buttons. Okay, so these buttons we gave them this contact. So we have this contact, so we have 2 types of buttons here. Let me look at the design. We have this get in touch and the see work. So I'm just going to say get in touch button. I'm just going to give it a class. Just want to keep it primary. We just say primary btn. Okay, and I'm going to first give it a btn class, just like that, then primary btn. The second one will have the also the class. It will have also btn, but this one is going to be secondary. Okay, I'm just creating these classes, not that they are there. I'm not using bootstrap. I'm just creating these things custom. So just copy btn. Now you could just go into just go here into the hero. Now to make them be used everywhere, just put them outside. I'm just going to say btn. Okay, so most people just give it padding. Let's say on top 0.7 rem, then on the side is 2 rem. Okay, yeah, for the primary, so just come here. So we have btn, was it primary btn or btn primary btn? So it's supposed to not be primary btn, supposed to be btn primary. And this one is btn secondary. Btn secondary, just like that. So we have here btn primary, which has a background color of $color blue. Okay, and then this other one, btn secondary, I don't know if that is the color. I don't think okay, they just give it a background color of color dark. I think we have color dark, and it has a border, let's say 1 pixel solid white. Okay, just like that. And this is btn secondary. So this I expect to not have any issues with this kind of designing these things. And now they are inside the buttons. Okay, their parent folder is called buttons. We are going to use flex here, display flex, and then give a gap of 1 rem for now. Okay, they are looking great so far. So the color, let me see, in both cases they have color white. I'm just going to put it in the btn color white, and here let me also color white. And I think they have also some bit of border radius, so you just say border radius of 10 pixels. Okay, they are looking much better right now. Okay, you can just go ahead and put this hover fancy things, I don't know, you can just go and make it look more nice and whatever, but for now this one is going to work for us. Now to finish up this component very well, what I want is, we don't normally in React do this. So if you look, we have our code inside all this page.js. So this home, okay, this home section here, it is better if this one is a component, okay, because you can imagine on this page we are going to have a lot of things. Okay, all these components you are seeing here, they are on home. Okay, all these components you are seeing here, they are on home. On the home page, we do not want it to be like that. So what you want in real life is that this is supposed to be a component on the home page. This is 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 the component on the home page. Okay, so that's what we have to make. So this one, we have to turn it into a component. So to do that, just go to components, okay, and let's just create a new file. I'm just going to say hero, okay, section. I can just create that hero section dot jsx. Okay, now if you have installed the ES7, if you have installed the ES7, the one I told you, the ES7 stuff, this, if you have installed this extension, then you should be able to do this snippet I'm just going to do. So come to your file and you can type rfc, just these 3 words, rfc, react functional component, react function what component, and just click on this, and it's going to do for us what we have been writing ourselves. You see it has written for us that one, and it also imported React on top, of which we do not want. Actually, we do not want to import React. We simply just want this component, and you see that it creates this section from this name of the file that you give here. Okay, so inside here, what we want is want to put this section. If I go to the page, you see this is our hero section here. Okay, this is our hero section. So you could just simply cut this. Okay, just come and cut this, and let's just import the hero section. So just a hero section, as simple as that. You see that? And now when I come and I paste this code inside the hero section, okay, just return and then paste our hero section here. This should work exactly the same it was working before. They are saying link is not defined. That means here in the hero section we have no this link. What you can do, by the way, you can just go to the link component here. At the end, you press Control spacebar, Control spacebar, and then it brings you this proposal to import from next link. Click on it, and it will be imported on top here. Okay, it is a must that you have this link before you use it inside here, anywhere in your code. Okay, that is great. So if you check right now, okay, we still have our section, but this time, okay, this time we are having it as a component, hero section, and our page, look how clean it is. So much clean, and has this component. And if you want to go to this component, you simply do control and then you click on the section, and then it will just take you to this component here. Okay, and this is really great. Okay, this is really great. Now we are moving on actually so nicely. So in this episode we have done nice things. We created this. We went ahead also, we looked at creating a component, okay, a more bigger component. We looked at how we created this background. So in our stuff here, I'm just going to say in this video what we have done actually is that we created more components. Okay, we created the hero component, so we have used the link component already. So I'm just going to push this one here. We created, so in this episode what we did, we completed, okay, completed the navbar section and the hero section. Okay, so that is we created those two sections and we are using them, which is really nice. Okay, if you have reached this far, congratulations, thank you so much. You are doing well. So far so good. This is really looking great. If you show someone that you did this in Next.js, yeah, that person will be really impressed of you. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode.